This is the art of Elizabeth. Everyone calls her Fathom, but that's actually wrong. Here, we map Lightharbor for nobledwarf.com. In all seriousness, here we are. nobledwarf.com's Lightharbor map. And we ended it yesterday after drawing in the graveyard up there. I'm not going to sort of zoom in too close, but you can see lots of details. And we're kind of now just going to spend the day... I need some mental distraction. The world's turning to shit, you know. We're going to just come down. We're just going to come down right over here. Well, except I guess over there. It's better. We're going to do the better. And I did a little bit off camera. I drew that hill in. Because hills... I did the hills yesterday or the day before. They could be a little bit boring. Just watching me go, heh, 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 heh. So I did one off camera. I also drew in some buildings right there to fill that little sort of triangle space and kind of show what I'm planning for the edge of the city. I think we're doing more of that. And my plan is to... I don't know if it'll be on today's stream, but the further we get south, the more industrial I want to make it. So I'm thinking factories, chimneys, open yards, you know, that type of thing. And maybe we can all be thinking about really cool industrial buildings that we could draw in there. We did some in the other part of the city. Feels like millions of years ago. Like here. We did some like energy plants and things like that. We've got a little bit of an industrial zone going on there. I want to kind of ramp it up over here. Probably won't be today, but at some point I'm going to show you what my plans were with that odd shape there. It is a tidal mill. There. So, without further ado, I think we're just going to basically follow this road down to the next junction. We're going to make the next junction be pretty spiffy like this here. And there's going to be lots of warehouses going along the outside edge. I'm thinking about starting with the warehouses. Yeah, I think we will. Alright. Hey, Miss J's here. Oh my god, Miss J's in the house. Miss J, I literally was talking about you last night, young lady. Hoping you were okay. And Miss J, you would have missed it. You missed so much. But, graveyard? There's so much going on there. Notice the little sphinx? So we've got graveyard. Did you see the palace, by the way? We did that Saturday. That was 2 hours of drawing just on the palace, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. One building, 2 hours. Yeah. And now we're gonna go this way. Good to see you, Miss J. Good to see you. How's it going? How's life treating you? How are the projects going? How is Australia? Well, and part of that is it's actually based on... I'm actually going to do it at the beginning of the stream while things are quiet. I'm going to show you what it's based off. There it is. It's actually based off a real castle. Mosna Castle is what it's based off. So I actually spent a lot of time looking at different angles, and this is what we drew. All of the towers, all of the sub-towers, conservatory, the whole, every building, every little roof detail, that's what we drew. And because I think we were copying a real life thing, there was a lot of dialing it in, you know? Mosna Castle, Poland. It's an insane building. Now, you know what? You picked a good time of the world to be a hermit. Let's face it, with everything that's going on. I think this is the time that you want to be a hermit. I might not have actually seen them. I might not have seen them. Wow. Your work is so beautiful. I'm gonna start here. That's just... I love your colours. I love your palette. That's such a great map. That's a great palette right there. That's just beautiful. That's really beautiful. I love the water. Oh, that's giving me goosebumps. That's legit. That is legit water. That is maybe the best water I've seen in a long time. That's fantastic. Really, really, really nice. Lovely. Absolutely, insanely lovely. Hello, Phantom Jen. You can tell. You can tell, Miss J. You can tell. Phantom Jen, welcome. I don't need... I don't need any webcams. I've got 3, and I've got one here, and I've got one there. Jack's got one. But, and I've got one spare somewhere. It was because, actually, my boss, the day job, wanted one at home. And, like, I had actually bought one for the office for $50 not long ago. The same one, 2 weeks later, $150. And I was like, they've gone up in price, boss. She was like, people working from home. That's where that conversation came from. Zach should sell his webcams and buy that $6,000 video card. Now I've got to make a decision if I really want to make a building this big. Do I really want to make a warehouse this big? That's a big warehouse. That's a big warehouse. I think we will, but we'll do lots of detail on it. Brian, oh my god! All of the people I never see ever are here. Brian, Miss J, Shadow, Jennifer. Good to see you. I'm not sure if Jack's kidney is going down in price or up in price. If we're not careful, might be a lot of kidneys flooding the market here shortly, but they're probably not going to be particularly good for you. Jack's still is. Plus it's got the Jack stamp on there. I think it should probably go up in price right now. Ooh, another water map. Hold on a second. Oh, really? Hold on a sec, Phantom Jen. Hold on. Miss J, that's not working. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on. It's one thing you bouncing between channels. We both love you. You know that. But he can't send you to my channel to ask me to run a game for him. It doesn't work that way. So I'll tell you what. You can go back and you can tell him that I'm going to do a Roll20 Call of Cthulhu game. But I'm going to run it for you and selected people. And he may not actually get a seat. Brian, why have you got a new job at the airport? What's going on? What's the new schedule? What's happening? I want answers. Yeah, tell him he can make tokens for me. And he can watch. Tell him he can watch. Oh, Brian Workwerter applied for operations and got it. I don't know what operations is, but fantastic. $5 an hour more is not to be sniffed at. Ooh. The mystery map. I was going to say, where's all the water? Yeah, that's great water, girl. That's really nice. I think I preferred the other one because you could see the seaweed underneath. It looked like transparent water. But this one's nice. Again, palette. Ooh. I love the trees too. Right, that's that other one that you did, right? Yeah, that one I've seen. Really, really, really nice maps. I don't have my maps online anywhere. You realise that? I don't actually have a portfolio anywhere. I just snob around going, I don't have a portfolio, darling. It's too mainstream. Anyway, I'm meant to be drawing shit here. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Ah, I like that. I like that. Your maps are actually locations from the city map. That's cool. Now, is this a project that you're doing for someone, like a commission, or is this something that you're doing for yourself? What's the score? I suppose, Noble Dwarf, you're right. Thank you, and good to see you, my friend. I suppose you're right. I suppose I could literally point people there, couldn't I? You actually have the best collection of my works in any one location. Yes, Mr. A, thank you. You're correct. Alyssa Fade, mapping and social hour at the Cartography Tavern. What the hell are we talking about? Is it because I'm actually not drawing anything right now? Because I'm not. I don't know. You know what? I just need a distraction from the world. That's what's going on right now. We're drawing stuff. Stuff is happening. But I just need a distraction from the world right now. Jack was trying to encourage me to go out and start shooting people. Part of the zombie apocalypse. The minus bit being there's not an actually zombies or an apocalypse right now. But like, we've got all the gear and everything. We've been like training for this moment. And I think I'm just like ready to get it on. I mean, are we doing this thing or not? Oh, by the way, Noble, I actually have a question for you. Are there any important buildings in this area that I need to know about? Just homework for some future point. Let me know. Phantom Jen, we can, and I think maybe we should take photos of us in our gear. It comes with guns and everything. The problem is, that's like a little bit like one of the southern dudes now that's got like, you know, guns for a hard-on. And we're not quite like that. It's like, look at these two sad fucks here, playing like there's an apocalypse. We'll probably die, be the first people to actually get popped by the bloody zombies. And there's a lot of truth to that, to be honest with you. Miss J, I think actually doing a personal project is an absolutely brilliant thing to do. Nothing wrong with that. I did the little tiny wooden patio porch deck thing. Phantom, Skeeter needs your autograph on the Garrycon map he ordered from Noble Dwarf. We can make that happen. We can make that happen. Anything for Skeet. We all love Skeet. I actually get notifications when people buy one of my maps. And I saw that he bought one. Like, when I posted the link today, I think he was the first person to buy one. Not the first person to get #1, but the first person from the link today. And that's so much love for the Skeet. Alright, so don't want to get too hung up on a single warehouse, but what other detail can we add here? And Phantom, if it goes off, are you going to be at his wedding thing in, like, I guess a couple of weeks? I think that will do. I think that will do. Let's do the next one. Let's do the next one. I was actually, Noble, I was seriously hoping we'd sell out of them today. But we got a good sale run. I mean, you've got sold all of the large ones. You've sold way more than half of the medium-sized ones. I don't want to call them small because they're not small. I'm definitely going to pimp it again. I'm definitely going to pimp it again. We are going to sell out of all of those maps. Facebook isn't particularly brilliant for linking to outside content, but we are going to sell out of all of them. I promise you. There's a lot of really nice comments too, on, like the Garrycon group and stuff. Well, Noble, I'm hoping that we can get some sales, you know, just not just the map itself. I mean, you printed those maps, and they are tied to Garrycon 12. I want to sell them, man. I want to sell them. But I want to try and get some more sales too going your way, just in general. As I'm sure most vendors would like that we're going to be there, you know? Everyone's trying to recoup a little bit of anticipated income. Most people, Noble, need a social media expert. 100%. Jen, I'll swap you. I'll swap you. We haven't actually locked in our room yet because obviously other Jen was talking about wait till Thursday. But if you want ours instead of the dungeon room, I'll take the dungeon room. Because we don't actually tend to use the kitchens. I've got to be honest with you. Noble, we share the same goal. Not only do I want you to keep on going, I want you to be a raging success. And yeah, social media, I think a big part of it is social media. People are willing to buy the maps. Or all of your merchandise. I think you have the same sort of problem that Cave Geek has. Like, it's getting word out and creating interest. It's a job in and of itself. And doing so in a way where people don't feel like you're selling to them. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to go into a group and post a link to a collectible map, and it's something else altogether to go to the group and just start pimping your store, you know? People tend to actually sniff that shit out real fast. Myself included. I know some people in social media, so does Phantom Jen, but that costs money. Phantom Jen, I have not yet posted it on Instagram. I've actually planned on trying to stagger my stuff. Facebook, Instagram type of thing. So Instagram I'm going to hit up tomorrow. Faux show. I actually gave the link to my patrons too. I thought they would be, they might be appreciative of getting a crack at these maps. So I want to give them 24 hours to have a go at this thing before I then start blasting it again. Hey, let's laugh is here. Hey! And Brian, yeah, self-promotion can be hard. Self-promotion, it's like, I'm shit at it too. I don't self-promote. I post my maps and shit like that. I just do me, right? But I don't self-promote. And I think if I was doing this as a day job, I would have to. I'd really have to step up my game, man. And I know that. I even thought about hiring Pex, who works with Frog God Games, to promote me. And then I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't even take on the work that I've got right now. But I would, if it was my day job. Someone just handle my social media, because I've got to actually work. Oh yeah, Brian, did you see the building count? Noble Dwarf literally counted the buildings on this map. And that was a few buildings ago. What am I doing? I'm doing warehouses. Doing warehouses. Alright. The count is out of date now, and I tell you what, I ain't recounting. I'm not doing what Noble Dwarf did and counting these buildings, and as sure as hell I'm not counting even just the ones that we've done since. But Brian, 1,724 west of the river, and I think that was before the palace. That excludes everything east of the river right now. 1,724. Noble Dwarf literally counted every single one. And no, I don't think Noble Dwarf kept his sanity. I think he failed his sanity check. That's a lot of buildings, man. That is a lot of buildings. And I have a funny feeling that Noble Dwarf is going to do a final count when the map is done too. But what a promotional piece. Talking about self-promotion. 2,500 buildings on this map. I mean, come on. Every single one individually drawn. Cuckoo. And 44 roads. Wow, counting the roads. Holy shit, man. Brian, if it's not, I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna get more, because I'm not done. I've got a lot more to do. But this is also Metropolis. This is like... might be the largest map I've done. Might be close to the largest map. Is that a first or second? And we're gonna figure that out at the end of this. Oh, zoom out for a second? Sure. Let me give you the correct order. Have you not seen this Phantom yet? We hit save while you're taking a look-see. I would actually honestly draw cities forever for folks. Like, I wish I could actually sustain a day job subsistence out of it, but it's just not practical. It really isn't. I would just draw cities all the time, all year long, just forever. Noble Dwarf, count them up after we've done. Well, I guess, you know, because I'm going to send you these daily iterations. So yeah, just count them up as you want to count them up, I suppose. You just keep, like, your colour count going. But we've definitely, I'm going to exclude the graveyard. We're definitely going to be adding a few here today. I don't know how many, but it's going to be quite a few. And then this section is going to have quite a few. And then, of course, here on the west side, they're going to be smaller, almost a little bit larger than the slum buildings. And, of course, the racetrack. There's no planning here, my friend. There is no planning. There is chaos. Okay. But you saw the palace, right? You saw the palace. So, yeah, we basically, we did the graveyard. And little dwarf's hut, little fisherman dwarf and his boat. And now we're kind of doing this area right here. And I did the hill that's at the top of the screen right there, off screen. Off screen. Screen on the brain. Off camera. Because, you know, drawing hills all the time, kind of boring. It is way more of an urban crapshoot, my friend. There is planning. There is a level of planning. Especially when the client for this map is in the stream with you. But my style is almost like plan a district, plan the outside edge, chaos in between. Chaos just filling. Like right here. I did this, the outside edge first, and then here, that's what feels good. Noble Dwarf, I have never drawn cranes and shit like this on my maps before, FYI. Oh yeah, no, Brian, no, totally understood, my friend. Your audience and your final paper size are completely different from this. What I'm drawing right here, Noble Dwarf is going to be ridiculous and print it 50 inches across or something like that, you know. We have completely different audiences. I did a couple of book maps, and I want to say 5, 6, 7+ years ago. And when you're like doing a map for this, it's a whole different ball game, you know. Last laugh. You know what? I actually like that. I like that. You don't commission her, you unleash her. I like that. I might use that. Because I'm not a cartographer that prides herself on how fast I am. I'm not a cartographer that says this map only took me an hour. I'm a cartographer that is the opposite. This map took me 100 hours to do. This map took me 350 hours to do. You know, I like that. This map has stupid detail on it. That's what I do. And it's different. It's different. No better. It's just different. And I kind of want to. That's my brand. That's what I do. Phantom Jen shirt. We need to remember that. And Doug, you can help me with that. You don't commission her, you unleash her. I need that shirt. That's gotta happen. Just help me remember the phrase, okay? That's the back of it, Jack. Unleash the Faden. Oh, come on. Jack, make a note. Write it down. I'm getting that shirt. We're doing it. It's going to cons with me. Let loose the Faden. We're doing it. And I'll take that little subscript underneath. Okay, let's do it. Thank you, last laugh. Look what you just unleashed. Alright, Noble. I actually forgot you did shirts. I actually want to get my maps on your shirts, and we need to talk about that. And we do need to talk about that. But, alright, yeah, you do. Do you do V-necks? I actually like V-necks. No, don't apologise. Because honestly, I print shirts. Does anyone else here print shirts? Was so appropriate. If you're going to do caps, that was the line to do it on, okay? Alright, Noble, let's talk. Let's talk. We're doing shirts. We're going into the shirt business, my friend. You don't commission her, you unleash her. I freaking love it. That's it. That is it. That's my moniker right there. We're doing it. Holy shit, I'm getting goosebumps. That's fantastic. That is so fantastic. You need a good logo. I do. I have a logo. It's like all Roman-esque and stuff. I'll send it to you, Noble. But I'm not a logo person. I don't do logos. I do maps. I draw squares, you know? Yeah, Noble, Miss J, you two need to be talking to each other. Especially considering Miss J's incredible, beautiful maps. Right, I think I'm gonna start making these warehouses a bit smaller. Because our docks are actually thinning out a little bit. So by the time we get down to this area, I want almost the docks to be gone. We're not gonna have any more. Here, down to about here will be the last one. And then we're gonna start getting into our industrial zone. Hold on. What about a version of your custom compass rose with a symbol of you in the center? Have you seen this ugly mug? We're not putting me in the center. No. No. Thank you, last laugh. Mystery, do you have to pay taxes on like shit you sell abroad? I'm losing control of the chat. I don't know what's going on in the chat. But thankfully, my administrator, my moderator is there. What am I doing? I don't know. I'm going to do this. Oh no, Phantom Gen. No, you don't. No, you don't. You stay out of this, Phantom Gen. I don't know what picture you're thinking about, but you're not using it. Oh. Yeah, you know what? You know what? A caricature of that, I could actually get down behind. Like, a cartoon version of that would actually be kind of cool. Okay, I did not know that. Having not done any business in Australia, maybe I wouldn't know that. So if you sell stuff to, like, you just do business here inside the US, you have to pay taxes on it. Interesting. Interesting. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, that sounds like a right roll pain in the butt. Alright, gonna do one mini warehouse on the end. Save me! Who did that one? I was prepared for that one. Diablo! Diablo Bob is in the house. We can go home. We can go home. Diablo's here. This has been an evening of everyone cool that I haven't seen in a while coming into the chat. Oh my god, Diablo is here. Mystery, that sounds like a pain in the ass. We should take that offline. I'm percolating some ideas. Diablo, how are you? Puppet update. Ooh, puppet update. Head, plug, put in. Bloop. Head stuffed with polyfill. Hello. Sewing. Slowly sewing up the back seam. Ooh, you can see my butt. Hey. Puppet. Oh, we decided we need another puppet too. It's a puppet. It's a puppet of a beholder with a top hat. We decided that on the stream the other day. Just FYI. I know it doesn't go with the Roman theme, but it's a beholder. Well, it's not a beholder, but it's a beholder with a top hat. You just can't say the word beholder because, like, copyright. But so get chopping. Come on, giddy up. Miss J, your tax thing that you've got going on is confusing the shit out of me. I don't like my own tax time. Never mind, like, yours. Oh, you know what? What, did you actually send me a picture? You didn't send me a picture. You put one in the chat. You didn't send me a picture. Did I send a picture? Oh, you know what? Can I do this? Can I do this? We might be able to do something here. Hold on a sec. Hold on a cocking picking moment. Can we do this on the fly? Did I save him? Did I download him to my download folder? What did I do with him? Let's see if we can do this real quick. Ah. Alright. Now, of course, it looks like I don't know. I've got bloody eyes or something. There he is. That's the fella right there. Hey, MTMJ, Moondog. I've said this before, but you're excellent at your craft. Thank you, Moondog. Yeah, let me zoom out for you, Moondog, so you can take a look-see. It's kind of what we're doing right here. We get a little bit mental on this map, okay? This is mental map time. Yes, Phantom Jen, I did swoon over him. Hard. Especially the one with a little Santa hat. Come on. Come on. A non-beholder with Santa hats? To die for. Alright, well, Diablo will wait until you're in the flow of things, right? They'll go... I'll take senators, centurions. I want a centurion with a little crest that I could go, whoop, and his little crest goes, whoop. So when he's angry, he goes, whoop, whoop. And then when he's calm, he goes, whoop, and the crest falls back. I need puppets, man. I need puppets for years. Thank you, Moondog. Very much appreciated. It's really, really, really coming along right here. It's an incredible volume of details and buildings. Thank you, Noble. I'm going to click on these real quick. Yep. And I'm going to actually save these off to one side. That one. Are you effing kidding me right now? That one. Oh my god. Just like, oh my god. Yeah, Diablo, don't worry about it. Let's just say that you're going to be my puppet bitch for years. For as long as I can crack the whip and you churn out puppets and I, like, throw money at you, we will be churning out so many puppets. There's no rush to any one of them. We will just keep adding to the puppet family. That is the universal sign language for I need another drink. Gentlemanly Thoughts is here. Oh my god, cool night. So many people in the chat. Gentlemen, welcome. We're drawing warehouses, my friend. Warehouses where the workers go. Not you, my darling. We don't go there. Oh no. Let's go to the pub. I will be the puppet lady. And Phantom Jen says drink with an exclamation mark. And Gentlemanly Thought says she needs a drink. Use the gentleman's skills I taught you. No, don't drink it. That's not we didn't teach you that. Give that. No. Coronavirus. You shouldn't be drinking out my glass. Thank you. Right. So on the other side of this bridge. Foot traffic bridge, military bridge. I'm thinking it should be a kind of a military-like area, particularly around this. So maybe this side is military. What do we draw there? I don't want to do warehouses. I want to fade into something. We're about to go into industrial. Do I do another tavern on the other side of the bridge? Foot traffic and all? That's how foot traffic goes. Alright, let's do pub. Let's do pub. Was a bit too far. You know, tavern type of thing, right on the other side of the bridge. Type of deal. Maybe they've got a little bit of a beer garden going on in the background. Like here. Here. You know what, let's do a round table. Here, where friends hang out. And they got their little private jetty right there. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start actually coming up here and I'm going to join here. I don't want to make this warehouses. I think I'm going to make this just residential buildings right here. Troll Lord Games. Well, thank you. Wow. Hi, Troll Lord. We all know who Troll Lord is. We did that fantastic Gaxmore for Troll Lord, and we're going to be working with Troll Lord again because their Kickstarter funded, and they need a whole bunch of maps from me, from little tiny hamlet all the way up to a village, a little town, but like more than that. Troll Lord, thank you for the alliance. There's certain people and there's certain groups that you meet in the industry and you go, yeah, I like this guy, you know, or I like this group. Now, of course, Bill Webb, Zach Glazer, those guys from Frog God Games are family. But I will say this, Troll Lord Games, They're okay in my books. They're okay. Having worked with them a little bit, seeing the nature of their projects, I'm like, yeah, these guys are cool. These guys are cool. I find myself very fortunate with who I've managed to work with over the last few years. Very fortunate. Very grateful. So thank you, Troll Lord. Very much appreciated. In fact, because you just started hosting me, I'm just going to zoom out. This is for nobledwarf.com. There is, just in the city area alone, 1,734 buildings. They were individually counted by Noble Dwarf himself. There is an insane level of detail on this map. That palace alone took 2 hours to freaking draw. We've got Edwardian buildings there. We've got Georgian buildings over here. And we've got a graveyard up here. Like, it's just like, we're basically filling every square centimetre of this page with ink. And right now we're doing warehouses, and we're bringing the map south to this other major road. Right here, there's a military bridge, and there's going to be colouring, which is why you're seeing ink bleeding through, but there'll be colouring that will cover that. And we've got this nice big bridge with buildings on top of it, and I'm just now sort of deciding what's going to be drawn on the other side there. This map is probably going to be, maybe, the biggest map ever done. Now, Jeff D's Techumel is the contender right now. But this is a big one. And the colouring is going to be off the hook. But this is the project for the next month. We should have it done in a month. And then we're going to move on to Frog God's Necropolis and Troll Lords. Troll Lord, what is your project called? Your Kickstarter? My apologies. Oh, Castles and Kings, or Kings and Castles, or Castles and Moats, or something. Hey, Baboonski! Ah! We love you, Baboonski. Well, I love you. Noble Dwarf's off to one side. Noble Dwarf is a partner. Noble Dwarf, I want to make Noble Dwarf so amazingly successful. Noble Dwarf's different. It's like I've almost got a stake in Noble Dwarf, you know? It's like I want to make good maps for everyone else, but Noble Dwarf, like I'm like part of Noble Dwarf in a way, unofficially, you know what I'm saying? So Noble Dwarf has almost got like my soul right there. Castles and Crusades, a DM's Guide. Thank you, Baboonski. That's the one. Which I'm actually, I know you've already funded, but I hope that it is amazingly successful. Because I've been churning over that. Like drawing a little hamlet, and drawing a little thing up from a hamlet, but it's not a village. I'm a pro. You know, that type of stuff. Alright, anyway. Residential buildings, looking over the river. Near the industrial area, maybe a bit smoggy, not the best buildings. Yards. We're going to have yards at back that all connect with little gates that form alleyways. Let's do it. Hey, thank you very much. Love those show loves. Well, that's the thing, Baboonski, right? I mean, it's like I'm kind of niche in a way. You know, like if you contacted me and said, hey, we want you to do 200 dungeon maps for $50 each or something, that's a great assignment. But I would honestly say, that's not what I do, right? It's like, we need one map, stupid detail, or just draws a bunch of settlements. You know, it's like that. It's like Frog God Games and Necropolis, and like, give me a mini Tingle Manor. I'm like, alright, now you're talking my language. Let me unleash me, right? I don't do commissions, I am unleashed, as Last Laugh said earlier on. I need projects that unleash me. I've been like that since I've been that tall. I entered an art competition in Chester, Cheshire, when I was literally 11 or 12, okay? And Chester, Cheshire is a walled Roman town. But it's got a huge amount of history, and one of the most iconic parts of Chester is this Victorian clock on the walls under a gate to enter the city proper, right? Northgate Street clock, I think it is. So every kid drew Northgate Street clock, like every single one. What did I draw? Roman amphitheatre with gladiators fighting, with thousands of spectators. That's what I drew. So I was demented even back then. I drew every single spectator for that art competition. I won because it was unique. It was unique. I drew every single person in that arena in pencil, then I went over with ink afterwards. That is where it started probably for me. Loopy. But Boomski, I think we're all planning on being a game hall. And I think Doug is no exception to that. I gotta run a game for you guys. Like a private game, you know, one evening somewhere. Not one that you gotta sign up for or anything like that. Just a game amongst friends, you know? Little Cthulhu Invictus or something. North Texas. North Texas. That's a hopeful, right? North Texas. I actually, I actually want to do Cthulhu Invictus and run a campaign. I'm committed to that now. But I've actually started thinking about also running something like Mountains of Madness or Masks of Nyarlathotep or Horror on the Orient Express. Like one of these big games. But just doing them in 4 to 6 hour segments at conventions. And just having players, invite only, turn up. You know? Just for that private game. You've got your character. If you can make the convention, because typically 3-4 conventions a year we can all make at the same time. And we have that slot. And we play the same game. Even though it's been 3 months since the last one or whatever. And we just play a campaign, and that's fucking years. So I've been really percolating on that too, if that would be viable. I've not even read horror yet, to be honest with you, because I have the box set from, what was it, 2012, 2013 or so. I actually bought it off Skeeter, but it's still in shrink, so I don't want to open it. I kind of want to just store it off to one side, so I'm going to have to actually buy it again so I can run it. Alright. So my plan here is, let's go to the terrain. To do something like this. And create like little alleyways in here. Alright, this is like a backyard type of deal. Typical English backyard. Because then, or backyard, but like walled, you know, walled, fenced backyard. Because then if you have another walled backyard opposite, and we'll draw the actual buildings to this in a moment, then what you end up with, yeah, I'm gonna let that slide. It's like you got this alleyway situation going here. And I think alleyways next to a river, next to an industrial area, just, oh, it gives off that vibe of, dude, you don't want to be here. And I love that. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to fill this with alleyways and shit. Phantom Jen, I will not rip that shrink. Are you kidding me right now? I gotta buy a second box that I can play with. Can't rip the shrink. Now. No, that's giving me nightmares just thinking about it. And last laugh, I need to read it so bad. I really want to. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my sister bought me this like years ago. There's one that's more cyberpunk that has like pistons and shit. Then there's this one. I love them. A new group failed. That's kind of the point, though, isn't it, Call of Cthulhu? Is there writing on this? Iron Fist Cult something or other. I don't actually think I've ever read this t-shirt. You're talking about Horror in New York Express. I'm reading off my bloody t-shirt. Alright. Alright. Last laugh, I know. I gotta get a second one. This is the first one I own. I'm gonna buy a second one. I am. I know it's the brand of the shirt, Jack. I also shouldn't be reading out the shirt at all, because that's not what they were talking about. They were talking about Horror on the Orient Express. Acronyms. Alright, so next to this one, how about a shop here? Maybe 3 shops next to each other. Three shops with an awning here. An awning overlooking the pub. I don't know what's there, but I can picture it in my mind's eye, and it looks beautiful in a seedy area of town. Alright, Baboonski. Love you, my friend. Get to hug you later this year. What is she doing? I don't know. Alright, so we're gonna bring our buildings out that direction. Time check, 6:46. Yeah, we've got another 45 minutes. We're good. What type of building should be over here? Homes, like residential, occasional shop. I think that's what I'm thinking about. I don't think we need to do a particularly special building in this location just yet. We've done lots of special buildings. And Noble will tell me if we gotta add like a named location or something. Right. What I really want to do is get to this junction here, kind of spill each way, and then come down towards, that's my left, but kind of like, I guess, over towards me. Because then that will give us our whole area that we've got to fill. The fill, I think, will be tomorrow. Yeah. Yep. I'm not going to get too crazy with the roofs on these. This is like just one of those districts, a little bit like this one here. You see the buildings look fine. It's a good looking district. But I like doing roof details in the posher areas, the more significant buildings. You know, you start to see which ones are temples, which ones are, you know, wealthier buildings. So I save those roof details to almost be a badge on the building, something special, right? Which means I don't want to overdo it in the areas that aren't necessarily that special. The buildings. There may be something about the shape that invokes pub, shop, that type of thing. But here, I think I want to keep the buildings fairly neutral. We're going to be doing residential and sort of fairly low class commercial. And then, as we get south, we are going to start going heavy industrial. So that there's a lot of people that live here, I think, that work in the industrial area, and there's support buildings for the industrial area. That's kind of where my head's at. That's the planning that last lap was talking about earlier. Talking of which, it would be kind of cool to have overlooking this intersection of roads some kind of building, maybe here, that is a little bit more prominent in nature. I'm thinking like a guild building, you know? Got all of this industrial area that we've got going on over here. Maybe as you're leaving the city or entering the city, this building is a major sort of merchant, sort of maybe a tax location or something. So I think I'm going to draw that now because I'm kind of seeing that in my mind's eye. Yeah, let's do it. An elaborate decorative arch. You know the problem with drawing arches? Especially decorative arches. And I like the idea. It's from above, they're not so freaking decorative, you know? Unless we did like the Arc de Triomphe. I wonder what the Arc de Triomphe looks like from above. Let's Google that. Let's Google that. The Arc de Triomphe, or one of the victory arches in Rome. Well, now I want to go draw a bloody decorative arch. What are you doing to me, Doug? Now my brain's full of arches. Maybe a triangular crossing over all the roads. You know what we could do? Is 3 arches and a complex that connects them. That is triangular in nature. Let's just move you guys down here for now. That could be an interesting, especially coming in towards this major sort of bridge here. That could be kind of cool. It's a rectangle. What's a rectangle? What's a rectangle? Your face is a rectangle. Oh, you're talking about an arch over a road. Yeah, it's a rectangle. But, hold on. Hold that thought. Yeah, actually. Brian's right. The Arc de Triomphe is a freaking rectangle. It is. Viewed from above, it's a rectangle. Yeah, I was hoping there were lions and shit coming off the sides. Well, we could draw lions and shit. Alright, so, yeah, you know what? Look, the bloody Roman ones are too. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of detail on the sides. There's a little bit of, like, fancy action going on. I mean, this one's nicer. But all of the shit is on the facings, so you hardly see it. What if we did something like this? The oldest surviving triple-arched Roman triumphal arch. That could be interesting from above. Pre-drone architecture. That's fair. It reminds me of that little meme. You're right. You're right. Because who the hell is up here, right? But what if we did? What if we did do like a arched intersection? I like the idea. It could make this part of the city have something going on. And I actually thought about putting some kind of church or temple up on this hill over here. So maybe there's, you know, something going on. Give the dwarves something to write about. So what would this look like? And I'm gonna clone this afterwards. So what have we got? What have we got? And I'm gonna rotate this. We're gonna get it in position. What if we did an arch like that? What if we did an arch like that? And then basically 1, 2, So let's try this. Let's try this. Might have to delete a building, actually. Yeah, let's put you there. Let's delete you. We've got something grander, apparently, in store. Hopefully Noble is okay with what we're doing here. We're going to move you up here. Because I still kind of fancy having a large sort of mercantile guild type building right there. Right next to the industrial area. Right? So that's the thing, Lessa. That's what I like to try and do with my maps, right? It's like if you start to visualize it from the ground, that's a win. That's a win to me. The map is now telling you a story. The map is pulling you into it. That's what I like to do. That's why I try to add little buildings that have little personalities and stuff and stories. Right, so let's put you like there. So that would be... That could actually be visually quite striking. That could be actually really interesting. Oh, that actually could be a really, really interesting area of the city. I like it. I like it. It is a historical edifice feature. It is. It is. And if you approach the city from this side, which actually I could argue just for one moment, we haven't drawn this road yet. But look at this road. It goes over a very major bridge and is maybe one of the biggest avenues with one of the first gateways that we drew through the heart of the city with the biggest marketplace and the lighthouse. This is a lighthouse, by the way, Doug. And comes out the other side. That is probably the major avenue right there. So actually, maybe it's appropriate that we're actually doing a major feature as an entrance to the city right here. This is like a triumphal arch. On steroids. Because we're not doing one arch, we're doing three. Fuck you, Romans. That's kind of special. That's kind of cool. Now, I don't think I'm going to connect the arches, but I am going to do buildings between the arches that visually connects them. So let's try that. We've got half an hour or so. Let's get this detail area done. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling this. Last Laugh says the approach view is important for rulers to impress visitors. Right? For the love of robe, says Phantom Jed. I think, honestly, coming in through here and coming across this major bridge and down here. And look, we even have this little avenue here. Yeah. And if you were going up to the palace and you'd split up here and you'd come down this major road and up through this major courtyard here and up into the palace area. Or you're literally coming through on this big gateway. And we did a postern gate and shit to one side. But through this big gateway into this glory. And right in front of you, for this whole journey into the city, you've got a lighthouse. at the heart of the city, towering above you. Wow. Just like, wow. I'm seeing the visuals. Like a big square, but triangular. Bingo. It is epic, right? It is epic. I mean, you're a GM, man. You're a writer. You see these things, right? I want to put a map in front of you where your creativity just goes poof. That's what I like to do with my maps. I'm not about doing functional maps. There's always a function to a map. But I want you to get a story out of my map. That to me is the point. I want to inspire stories. Now this grey line here, by the way, that's hill. So I'm going to stop this probably going into the hill. This is going to be a big building kind of up against a hill there. Kind of carved into it. Alright, we're going to do some more detail on that for sure. But I want to have some steps kind of coming up to doors here. And a big, big, big building. Is it a temple? Is it a merchant building? Is it a guild building? What is this thing? Moondog. That is so kind. Honestly, that is so kind. I really appreciate that. That is such a nice thing to say. I try with all of my maps, Moondog, to not only make them real, believable, but have you looking at it and just like getting goosebumps, or just simply leaning in going, what is this, what is this, what is this? And that's what honestly I'd love to get out of it. I want people, I want observers to my maps to lean in and go, what is this, what is this? I gave I actually this map to Cave Geek last night, and he was panning around on his stream, and at one point he went, wait, are those pub tables? Did you draw pub tables? I'm like, yeah, I did. I drew pub tables. But it isn't like there's these little locations all over the map. I had a guy actually once, one of the first big detailed maps I ever did was for Zach Glazar, and it was for Whisper and Venom. And I had someone contact me years after Whisper and Venom and go, did you mean to draw this on the map? I was like, yep. Years later, that's what I'm looking for. You find shit in my maps all of the time. Do I knock out a map in an hour? No. And I never want to. But will you find shit in my maps for years to come? Yeah, you freaking will. That's what I do. That's my brand. Unleash me. Don't commission me, you unleash me. Dirk, you're killing me. You're killing me. That is it. That's good on my business cards. And I just did a whole bunch of business cards. Alright, there's one side done. And, you know... We've got some steps coming up. We're going to do steps coming down to the road, but I'm not going to do that just yet. That looks pretty grand. I kind of want to do steps coming down, like sweeping down to the road. A little bit like this type of affair here from the palace. Oops, back here. Alright, so this side. This side. Moondog, you are my favourite map maker then. Then Dyson, thank you. Dyson and Devon Rue are like my favourites. And the fact that you even put me in the same category as them, that's very much appreciated. Miss G, to get lost in the map and then come back and get lost again and again. That's a good way of phrasing it, Miss J. I like that. Exactly, right? But you're kindred spirit, Miss J, and I'm sad that we live on opposite sides of the world, because I think you and I could really connect in person, you know? You've got it going on. You get it. Phantom Jen, find items, not literally. That's almost another subtext, isn't it? Moondog, when you can get a city map like Gen Wall, and you're kind of always finding stories in it, and you could always play in it over and over and over. When a city could truly be a game setting, that's a win to me. That's a win. Do I know Misty B? Oh, Noble Dwarf. Can you copy that last building and paste it into the slots between the other arches? Yes, I'm sure we can. Alright, so excuse me folks, client speaking. If the client has an interest in making this a location, let's see what we can do, right? Let's see what we can do. Oh, not that, not that, not that, not that. There we go. I think I'm going to actually have to come out onto a different layer. Because I don't want to actually screw with our city layer at all. So can we? Yes, I think we can. Yes, I think we can. And we'll move bridges if we need to. Actually, we could redraw roads. We could redraw roads. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Think like someone that's drawing digital, Faden. Come on. We'll redraw roads to make this happen. That's what we're going to do. Waterdeep. There's a bloody map. There's a map. I gotta be honest with you. I mean, and maybe this is the one for me. But I actually really want to be the cartographer on a project where the city is the campaign. You know. Oops. Oopsie. Let's not do that. Let's do this. Alright, this isn't going to make any sense right now, but hold on. Yeah, we're going to have to bring those buildings out a little bit, but that's fine. We can do that. I'm going to change the road, okay? To match what we're about to do. We're going to change the shape of that internal area right there. Alright, so what if I go to our roads? Let's do this and then we can make a decision, right? And this is ultimately Noble's decision, not ours. We are merely here to show the Noble Dwarf possibilities. What if? The road did this, and this, and this, and this. And I'll redraw this roof area here, Noble. I'm gonna actually... What is this? What is that area? Is that Roads Draft? That is Roads Draft. I'm gonna just delete that. We don't need this. This is not relevant for our purposes right now. Is that on Roads Draft? That is. We don't really need that. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. Gonna get rid of this. I love deleting the trace layer. Oh my god. Look at that. That's beautiful. That just pops off the map. So Noble, I will draw in roof details here if you think it worth it. I almost want to make it more symmetrical. You know what I'm saying? I want to make it more symmetrical. It's bothering me. Thank you, Miss J. I will actually click on that right now. You know, the style is familiar. I'm going to keep that handy so I can hit it with a follow. It's like going into the epicenter of something huge. And it is huge, right? So maybe that's a good feeling. It's like the embassy or a visitor center. Right. Please make it symmetrical. But yes, we really like that. Alright, you got it, my friend. Moondog or Wizard School or Bard College. I think that's going to be the vibe you get from it, right? Let's make this thing symmetrical. Alright, so we're going to move some things around. We're going to move some things around. We're going to move him over here. And actually, this guy, we're going to just move over there. This guy, let's just move over here. So, if we're going to make this symmetrical, you know what? Trust me, young Padawan. Alright, so let's take that. No, let's not take that like that. We want to do an old... There we go. Great. And you know, I think I'm actually gonna paste it in like this. There we go. So I think part of the problem... Let's put him off to one side. Let's grab at this guy here. Part of the problem in making this symmetrical is I think this guy needs to lean in more. So let's put him to one side. Let's just put him to one side. And let's put this guy to one side. Because really, the answer is this guy needs to be opposite this, right? So it's kind of like he needs to be out here. But that's the key. Hey, Mr. Valor! Mr. Valor, you have missed mapping for days, my friend. We have been creating and are creating major archway coming into the city. Thank you, my friend. It's very much appreciated. We're right now trying to make something that I wasn't intended to be symmetrical. So if we do that there, and we bring him down here like so. No, he needs to be here, right? He needs to be here. Yeah, this was not meant to be symmetrical, but we will make it happen, dwarf. We will make it happen, because that's what we do in the fading room. And then we will delete shit if we gotta delete shit. We will make this mother symmetrical. Come on, baby boy. Come on, you can do it. I feel like this tower, if we move that tower, we're close. We're close. We're gonna get rid of you. With prejudice, and maybe a little bit of you. Oh, the wonderful world of digital. And then we get you. I think we're close to symmetrical. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that for an entry point. Now. Let's just merge all of these guys. Can you spell Faden? Buildings. Beautiful. Alright. Now we're going to go back to the roads draft. Okay, we got our colour. We're going to get our brush. Alright, so... What are you? What are you? I don't know what you are, but we're getting rid of you. I don't like you. You're going away. Alright, we're getting rid of you. Holy balls. Holy balls, this is going to be some super sex right here. That's what it's going to look like. That's what it's going to look like. Let's just complete this for giggles. Hold on a second. I know that looks like a 3-year-old just scribbling on paper, but there. That's going to be good, right? That's going to be good. And Noble Dwarf is happy with it, and that's the important thing. I know we do a lot of collaboration here, but Noble Dwarf is the client. But everyone likes it. That's grand. Like, that is a grand entry to the city on the most major road in the city. Maybe one of the oldest roads in the city. And accidentally, one of the roads that we actually did most of the detail on. We've got this major bridge. We've got, like, a little mini-mark. We've got, like, this little ceremonial plaza right here. We go through the oldest gate in the city. We come into the biggest marketplace with the freaking lighthouse in the center of it. And it comes out the other side. I mean, that's a major avenue. So this is kind of appropriate. That's a major entry to a city right there. That's grand. My brain just starts to boggle at how glorious that would be. We're going to finish this. We're going to definitely finish this. We'll finish this little area. I'm not sure what we're going to do on the interior. I mean, I'm feeling that maybe we should have a fountain. Maybe a fountain with multiple statues or something on it. I'll talk to Noble Dwarf about that offline. And then we'll put something here in the epicenter. Alright. Let's get these little puppies going. Now the reason why I'm drawing these from scratch is so actually every building will actually be a little unique. They won't feel like they're cut and copied. They will look the same, and yet at the same time, different. Alright, that's going to be pretty freaking grand. That is going to be pretty freaking grand. And that building wasn't grand enough for me. Alright. So that might be actually a really good point to end the stream. I'm going to look to see if there's someone that's actually worth a good raid. Noble Dwarf. In fact, everyone. Let me just do a quick big picture. Tonight we're focusing on the area from the north where there's the graveyard and the forestry. We're coming down south here. We're coming down the area of docks. We're going to come into an industrial area. We're kind of like... This is an area outside of the city walls, right? So we've got... but we've got these big warehouses and things happening. But we've also got these old, well-travelled roads, which is why we've got some pretty intricate intersections here, which I want to embrace because they're going to pop off the freaking map like nothing else. They're going to really add a huge amount of personality to this particular map. Now, that said, from a lot of input from Last Laugh, we ended up actually with this incredible triangular-shaped victory gate of sorts, right? There's something for Noble Dwarf to be writing about. We got 3 gates on major roads with 3 identical buildings with steps coming down into this courtyard, this plaza on the major road as it comes through the city. One of the oldest roads of the city right here. One of the major avenues. Get goosebumps. There's so much personality of this map just fucking coming in your face right now. So, that said, Noble, your homework for tonight is by tomorrow night to tell me what's in the center of this plaza. We can do fountains, big huge pond. We could have statues over the fountains, parts of the fountain. We could do 3 statues. I've not done that before. I've always done 1 statue. Maybe we do 3 statues. Don't get crazy detailed on me. Like, this is a statue of a young child holding a book, juggling a ball. I can't draw that, but give me an idea about what you want there, we'll do it. If you want a statue of Artemis with like the shield and the spear, we'll do it. Whatever you want, right there, okay? Or if you want just a plain plaza, that's okay too. That's okay too. Tomorrow night, everyone, we are going to continue on this spot. I'm going to draw either side of this road as it's coming down, and then we're going to fill the space between the warehouses and that road. And then I think what we're going to do is the city is actually going to come this direction a little bit. It's going to actually come over there. Just a little, like, you know, maybe we'll have, you know, some smaller buildings and it'll peter out. Because as you're coming into the city, yeah, you've got the big, huge gateway. Marketplace. We'll do some kind of marketplace coming into the city right there. Something that just is less abrupt, right? It won't be abrupt like that. It'll be something softer. Merging into the background territory. It does look really good. And this thing coloured might be my best map yet. I think it's going to be glorious. I think it's going to be glorious. And so there it is. Noble Dwarf, he's the client. If the client's happy, we're happy, right? That's the whole point. Gentlemanly thoughts. You are not going to be alone on that, my friend. You are not going to be alone on that. I coloured... I like my black and white maps. That's a good looking map. It's going to be incredible when it's all filled. Coloured? Coloured is going to be good. Coloured is going to be really good. Noble, this is a great area of the city. Last laugh, thank you for your inspiration on that. Look where that led us. That is a personality zone right there. That is a personality zone. I am all about that, and you help make that happen. That's what Twitch is all about. Alright, Cave Geek's on. We always raid Cave Geek. There's also Dave Holland Art is on. And he's doing something called Magic the Gathering. Who shall we raid? Should we raid Cave Geek? Or should we raid Dave Holland Art? Well, he's playing Magic the Gathering. And Cave Geek's playing a game. No, Cave Geek's actually... Is he? I think he's playing a game. He's playing Division 2. Cave Geek's playing Division 2. Everyone else is offline. Does anyone actually want to raid anyone? There will definitely be black and white and coloured. That's all my maps fall into that category. Alright, I'll tell you what, folks. I'm just going to end the stream. Let's not force this thing. No one's doing anything that we're particularly interested in. Let's end the stream. Let's come back tomorrow. We're going to work right in that spot right there, okay? What is it? Tuesday today, Wednesday tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll get a lot of this done over the next 2 days. Let's do it. Everyone, have a fantastic evening. All of the cool kids turned up tonight. I love you all so much. See you tomorrow night, okay? We are going to be filling that area over there so fast. Target is still to be done with black and white by March, okay? It's an uphill struggle, but we're going to shoot for it. I'll see you tomorrow night. I will carry this sucker, man. Good night, everyone.